Hi, I'm Stacy and I am the owner of the Cornwall Pilates studio in Weybridge. Now, we every month here are having a movement challenge, and I'd like to share that with you this week, so this month. It is an exercise that will help you progress your work in Pilates in general. So if you attend mat classes, reformer classes, tower classes, or you do private training on all of the apparatus, as Joe intended it to be, this exercise will help you out. It's also a great exercise that will help you feel the work outside of the studio too, and for the benefit of the work outside of the studio too. So whether you are walking down the street, you'll be feeling you're walking taller and with more support for your entire torso. You will feel like you're able to play sport better and perform better in whatever sport you choose to do, whether that's running, tennis, surfing, climbing, anything you put your mind to, you will feel a little bit stronger. And it will also help you feel stronger and able to move around better with the kids too, or the grandchildren. So you'll be able to get it up off of the ground easier. You'll be able to run around with them easier, play football on the beach, whatever you want to do. You are generally going to feel better. And that's the whole point of Pilates, is that you are moving your body and everything must be doing something. So if you're going to a Pilates class, then you need to ensure that you are doing it with precision, because the devil is in the detail. And if it's just breathing and stretching and wafting around and you're not doing any of Joseph Pilates' actual vertical mat exercise, if you're going to a mat class, and you're in large group classes just pumping through your legs in reformer classes, you are missing the real gem of what Pilates can actually give you. So I'm going to show you the exercise, and I suggest that you film yourself doing this at the very beginning, and then I suggest that you film yourself at the end of the month doing this again to see if you have improved and to see how much longer you can hold this exercise for. And that's the thing about Pilates, it isn't actually necessarily held, but this exercise is a great way of building up the endurance that you are required to be able to move your body whilst doing these exercises. So we're going to bring ourselves onto a 4-point kneeling position, and you're going to put your hands directly underneath your shoulders. And what you're looking for is these guys, the eyes of your elbows. Those, if you're like me and you're hypermobile, they like to look in different directions. So you need to turn them around to face each other. So the eyes of your elbows are looking at each other. This way we can get our co-contraction between our bicep and our tricep. We're going to push the floor away, but without rounding our back. And we do that by reaching our chest slightly further forward and pulling our face in away from the floor. So I'm looking here on my mat. I'm also thinking about pulling my face away like I'm giving myself a double chin, or holding the ceiling up with my neck. I'm now going to tuck the toes under. I'm going to make sure the eyes of the elbows are still where they should be. And I'm just going to lift my knees off the ground, just an inch, keeping my body even. So I'm not going backwards into my heels or forwards into my hands. I'm just in this position and I'm breathing. I keep pulling my face away from the floor. Inhale and exhale. And I'm going to inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. And I'm going to lower my knees down, come off of my wrists, and give my wrists a good old stir around. This exercise, like I said, it isn't a traditional Pilates exercise. It's what we call as a front support prep. If you've done front support, you go into a much longer position. You might know it as a plank. We don't call it plank in Pilates, we call it the front support position. And this exercise is fantastic for building that endurance to be able to hold that position. Because what happens is our head drops down, gravity tries to fight us, it tries to push us down to the ground. That happens on a daily basis, walking down the street. So we are shorter at the end of the day, but than we are at the beginning of the day. Measure yourself, you'll definitely find that out. But we need to defy gravity. We need to defy gravity right the way through, even more so as we get older. So the more we can pull that face and neck away, let's give yourself a double chin, no one's looking, you'll be absolutely fine. And the longer we can hold this position, the better, with precision and with control, making sure that all of the criteria is being met. And if you can't hold it for 3 breaths initially, just get into that position, lift the knees off the ground and lower them back down again. And then lift them off the ground and just start with 1 breath, inhaling and then exhaling. And that is this month's challenge. That is the June movement challenge from the Cornwall Pilates studio. If you're in Weybridge or any of the surrounding areas, we'd love to see you in the studio. We'd love to watch you progress. So give us a shout and the booking link will be in the notes for the video. Take care.